Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. Today, bringing you another update to my Sonic collection. This is for, of course, March 2022. Now, I am expecting a couple more items in from the Sega shop. However, they have not been delivered yet as of today. And I don't think they're going to be here by the end of the month, so I figured I've got what I got, so I will update based on what I got this month, and then the other two items that come in, what I'll do is I will make that part of my April 2022 update. And it's actually been a fairly good month. I've got a few bigger items and a few smaller items, so the camera view will change a little bit later in the video to accommodate for the smaller items. But I thought I would just update today since I don't think anything else is going to be coming my way by the end of the month, which is unfortunate because, man, with this new movie coming out next month as of this recording in just under 2 weeks, I think it's about a week and a half as of today. I just haven't been able to keep up with it all, and a lot of it has been sold out before I've had a chance to be able to, get some of it. So, you know, I will eventually. I'm going to do my best to get as much of the movie merchandise as I possibly can into my collection. And so here goes, and then we'll talk a little bit at the end of the video about what's going on behind me. So here we go. So for to start out with, I want to talk about the plush collectibles that I got. And I did get at least one piece of movie merchandise so far. And that is the Sonic 2 plush. Now, when I first found out about this, a lot of people thought that it was maybe not real. I thought maybe it was from the last movie, from the limited amount of collectibles that we got from its release. However, that was not the case. We actually got a brand new plush from Jakks Pacific. Yep, Jakks Pacific. I had to think about that for a minute. So I was able to get that, and it's really great because over the last movie, we actually got the shoes that he wears within the movie, which I really like. Means that Jakks, in the meantime, I think I mentioned this before when I was going through the plush collectibles in my Where My Sonic Collection stands. When I got to the plush from the first movie, he was wearing these kind of generic red, almost boot-looking or sneaker, tie-up sneaker-looking things, much like what Tails has in this new movie coming out on the 8th of April. And they actually use it. That tells me that they actually had the license to produce Sonic merch with the proper shoes, and that is fantastic. I'm very happy about that. So we got some movie merch that is actually in line on brand with the movie version of Sonic. So this is actually a really good addition. It's not going to come out of, it's not going to come out of the box. This will be set next to my other movie plush, of which I've got one. The other one is the one that came out for the first movie that has sounds with it, sound bites from the movie, and a couple that didn't necessarily appear in the movie. So that is number one. And then I broke down. I've been wanting to get this plush for a while. I keep popping it into my Amazon cart, and then something else comes up, and I keep popping it back out. It goes out. It stops being marketed, or at least they run out. It gets sold out, and then I rinse and repeat. I finally broke down and actually purchased it, but I got Metal Sonic. Now, he is certainly not the first Metal Sonic I have put into my collection, but this is the first Great Eastern Entertainment plush that I've gotten of Metal Sonic. And I'm really glad to have that. It just adds a little bit more variety to what I have. And then continuing on Great Eastern Animation, our Great Eastern Animation. Great Eastern Entertainment, this is something that I had seen was originally released with their 2016 production. And if I go onto eBay, man, it's so expensive to get one of those original, or it was until this came up. But it was that brand new release of E102. I believe this is Omega. And I want to keep wanting to say Gamma, but I know that's not right. E102. They just call it E102. I was able to get this, so I'm really happy to actually have this in my collection. Finally, a little bit of technology in my collection in plush form. So this is actually a really good find. Really good. And man, I'm telling you, Great Eastern Entertainment really, really does a great job in creating these guys and getting them to market. I'm kind of looking and making sure it's still in camera view. But so yeah, we've added this. It's very detailed for what a plush can be, and this is why whatever you collect, whether it's Sonic or anything else, always look at this company. And they even now have a shop that you can go to right on their website to purchase these. So if you want to just purchase it directly from them, you can do that. And sometimes you're going to get it for a little bit cheaper than what you can from other places because other places like to make these expensive. Sometimes it's a little bit more than others, but you'll be, as long as it's something that's available, you'll be able to get it. And I know a lot of people did opt to get this when it came out. So filling out the Great Eastern Entertainment plush collectibles a little bit more this month. As a matter of fact, we're filling it out even. We're filling out this plush collectible even more. There's a couple of more items that I have seen that have come out that I really want to get, and we're still working on getting the main cast for the series in that form. And then this actually, I'm kind of picking through. This actually came through a friend of mine. Thank you, Spike. Um, Connected me up with another friend of his, somebody I didn't know. Apparently, this friend of his goes to different arcades and plays, gets the tickets, wins those tickets, trades those to things in those tickets in, and then resells the items that he's able to get from these arcades from their prize counter. And he was able to get this Knuckles the Echidna racer. Now this one, it doesn't say which one it appeared in. This is obviously, oh yeah, it's Sega All Stars Racing. So he was able to get this from that particular game. This is, of course, a re-release. And connect me up. I was able to get this offer. And it's great because he didn't have a price in mind. So what I did was I went onto eBay, found it, and looked up the biggest price I could find and made that as my offer because I do not like to rip people off. So, as a matter of fact, if they're going to do that, I like to make sure that if they're not scalping them in the first place, like intentionally going in and scalping, buying out everything and then trying to turn a profit on it. I will do things like that. I will actually offer them more if they give me a price that, or give me, say, hey, make an offer. That's what I'll do. I'll look it up, find the biggest price, offer that. And it usually goes over very well. So that's it for the big items. So let's talk about the smaller items. And now for the smaller items. So I went into Target not too long ago, and I wasn't actually expecting to see really that much in there, but I made a trip in there, and I was looking for something totally different. I wasn't even looking for Sonic items, but I said, you know what, on the off chance, let's go look. And so, you remember that super stretchy, almost like Stretch Armstrong Sonic? Well, I went ahead and I got it. I spotted it there, and I was like, oh, I definitely don't have this in my collection, so now I do. I made it part of my collection. This is kind of like from the Stretch Armstrong days, if you remember those particular items that were being sold. Uh, and I wanted to get it. It's going to stay in the box. I'm not going to actually use it for what it was meant for. It's just going to be there, staring me in the face, just like any other item that I would purchase. It's a kind of a neat and a little bit unusual item to add. And then set that there for the moment. Keeping on so it's Omega, because I found the Jakks Pacific Omega. So I now have E123 Omega in my collection with his yellow Chaos Emerald. I need to get the rest of what's in here because in this particular collection, there's a silver available, and I do not have it, and I need to get him because he is one of my favorite characters in all of the franchise, next to Sonic and Shadow themselves. Because Sonic and Shadow, of course, are my two favorite, and Silver comes in a very close third. That doesn't mean I don't like the other characters too, but of course, like anybody else, I do have my favorites. So, need to complete this collection. And then I started. So the Sega Shop has been doing a pin of the month thing, and apparently this is something that's happened once before, and I've never done it. So or at least I didn't know about it when they were doing it. So I did get the pins of the month. Of course, you've got Sonic, and then you've got Amy. Ooh boy, that is bright. There we go. So Sonic and Amy. So you've got January and February. Now it's interesting because in Sonic's case, I saw it and I missed the original pre-order, and I it ended up showing up again, and I was able to get it on its second round of pre-orders, and so it finally came in. And then Amy came up, and I went ahead and did the pre-order expecting this to show up next month, but it actually showed up like 3 days ago. So I was able to get those, and those are, obviously we have no idea what is going to be included in the next round, because I don't know if this is Sonic franchise specific or it's just Sega Shop in general. So if it's not another Sonic pin, then I probably won't get it. If it is another character, then obviously I'm going to get it. But if it's all Sonic characters over the next, well, let's see, 10 pins that are going to become available over the next 10 months, then obviously I'm going to get it. Now we have to wait till the last day, I think, or close to the last day, to see what next month's pin or this month's pin is, because we don't actually know that yet. If it's a Sonic pin, yeah, you better believe I'm going to add this to my collection. And this year has been, to some extent, kind of about the pins. I really need to get that pin board because I'm not at the point yet where I'm overrun, but I can see this happening very quickly because there are so many pins out there that are Sonic related that are available to get, and I have yet to get the ones that I really, really want the most. I want to get them all, but there's ones that I want to target first. And I guess I would say out of the two, the Sonic one is my favorite. So this month, that's really all I got. Again, there's so much coming out because of the movie, because of new releases through the Sega Shop, new releases on the Jakks Pacific toy line. Man, there's just so much coming out. I don't know how I'm going to keep up with it all, or even if I can, I may have to deal with scalpers a little bit just to keep up with them. But that's okay as long as they end up in my collection. That, I guess, it is what it is. Now, you probably notice, now that I've shown off what I got for the month, you probably notice that there is a little rearranging action going on here. Now, I've mentioned before that I am running out of space very quickly to collect things and to display things. Well, I mean, I'll always be running out of space, but uh, I was able to get a new shelving system, a double wide shelving system that has really, really opened up my ability to collect and to have space to put things. So you're going to see little by little this thing being rearranged behind me. Now it's sitting over there. I will be taking a, once I'm done, I will show off what that is. Uh, but I'm not ready to do that yet. I just want to get everything prepared and ready to go and arranged where I want them. Uh, it's going to take a little effort. It's going to take a little while because there's a lot to deal with on that shelf. But I will be working on it, and once that is done, oh my God, the McDonald's toys that are coming out. Once that's done and I'm ready to show it, then we will. Then I will reveal that new shelving space because I really like it. If I had room for a second one, I would totally get that and really expand the space that I have. So yeah, there's a lot going on there. A lot going on over there. So that's everything that I got for the month. I will be seeing, by the way, Sonic the Hedgehog 2 in theaters at the fan event on April 6th. It's really awesome because probably one of the greatest managers in the world that I have had decided that I had mentioned. See what had happened. Okay, so let me explain this a little bit. That manager, my current boss, I never actually asked time off from my job. I really don't do anything beyond going to work, going home, the collecting and the crafting that I do. So I never really do anything. And then the day the schedule came out for the week that the movie releases is the same day where it was announced that this fan event on the 6th was going on. Well, the schedule runs Friday to Thursday that I where I work. She already put that out because in the state I live in Washington State, and I don't mind people knowing that. And in Washington State, I don't know if this is like this in any other state, but in Washington State, by law, uh, businesses that have employees are supposed to have at least 3 weeks worth of schedules out. That includes the week you're in plus 2 in the future, as I understand it. She goes a step further and makes sure there's 3 weeks in the future so that everybody is on the same page as to when they are working and when they are not and when they need to be showing up. So that third week, we were just ending the week we were in, which means the next week would be become active, and that meant that there would only be 3 schedules, counting the one that we were in. And it seems that she goes ahead one extra just to accommodate, which is great. It lets me know what I'm doing and when I'm doing it, and I love that kind of stability. But the week that this fan event is happening, it was already she had already put out the schedule, so I kind of put it wasn't for the purpose of trying to get her to give me the time off. I'm turning 42 here. I've been in the workforce long enough and in the world long enough to know that you don't always get what you want, and that's just kind of part of life. And it's not necessarily an awesome thing, but going through life is not necessarily awesome all the time. This isn't the Lego movie where everything is awesome, okay? But I took a screenshot of it with my phone, and then I posted it on Facebook, and I was just like annoyed because it's like a number of things leading up to that I have missed out on because I didn't know they were going on, or I didn't know that they were going to happen the way they happened, had made me miss out. For example, prior to the situation that we were hopefully working toward getting over, where that kept us in our homes uh, for an extended period of time. Made me miss out on different conventions that I would go to. Made me miss out on different get-togethers locally that I would have normally gone to, but because I wanted to not spread the thing or not contract the thing, even I missed out on them. And at the same time, even prior to that, things were happening that I would miss out on because I didn't know about them until the last minute, but I was already at work or I was already had something I needed to do. So, and then again, that's kind of part of life. That's just how it is when you are. What I guess the term is adulting. You have to show an air of responsibility. It's also affected my investing, and probably I don't talk about it on this channel because the investing thing is just something I'm doing to secure a good retirement, to be able to maybe even buy a house, a new computer, which this computer is breaking down a bit. So I wanted to be able to do that, but there's been several trades that I have missed out on because they happen at a time when I can't take advantage of them. Of course, nobody has a crystal ball. You can't know. And I could have been because I think I've counted at least 5 different trades, if not 6, that I could have done that could have really gotten the ball rolling on me being able to buy a home or buy a new computer or pay off a little bit of personal debt that I do have, or all three. Um, to be able to get me that much closer to buying a home to where I could have a whole room just dedicated to my collection, have a place that I could call my own, which is really the most important thing. And it got frustrating, so I posted that. I didn't exactly explain all of that in that post, but I posted it on my Facebook. So she reached out to me through that post and was like, "So you want the 6th off now?" And of course, you know, I'm sure she's a little abrasive sometimes, so a lot, which is actually fun because she's not abrasive in a arrogant manner. She's abrasive in a joking manner. Um, so I was like, yeah, but at the same time, yes, but no, but yes. So, but I approached her at work and I go, about the 6th. I know you mentioned that. She goes, you want it off? And I'm like, yeah, I think I do. I don't ever get to go to these things when they are these kind of events, and it seems like unless they do it again for Sonic 3, which we know is coming out and currently being developed, I never really get to go to any of those kind of things. So I'm like, yeah, you know what? I kind of would, So she goes, all right, we can do that. And then her second in command comes in and she says, "Hey, I changed the schedule for this particular week." She's like, "Jeff, wanted a specific day off, and he doesn't really ask for time off. So, as a matter of fact, I never asked for time off. I can verify that. I was there." And so she goes, "So I'm giving it to him off." It was almost like she had to like put the thought in my head that I probably should. That's what it felt like. Um, because she's right. I never take time off. The only time I'll ever take time off is like when I come to November, December time. I'll ask for a few days off to go out to visit some friends in another state, and it's really the only time I ever during the year these days take time off. Of course, even that I haven't done in the last couple of years. I think I will this year though. I think that's going to be a lot of fun, and is going to help me mentally a little bit more because I don't get out much right now. And it's very much because of this whole thing that's been going on for the last 2 years. So it's very exciting. I'm really looking forward to it. Of course, I guess they're giving out a poster to people who attend, and I think there's a couple other things that will obviously be great for my collection. I'm probably going to have that poster framed and hung up. I don't think it's going to be like the full-size movie poster, though. I would like that. I'm not going to lie. That would probably go up out in the living room, but and give myself some presents out there that I don't currently have, Sonic presents, that is, and you know, aside from that, I just being able to see it before the majority. And I know there have been people that have gone and seen it already. Those are special showings. Oh, excuse me, of some kind of like special invitation only type showings. Um, Otherwise, getting to see it before anybody else for me is great because I hate it when people like post spoilers. If there's a movie I want to see, I avoid the crap out of any spoilers, and I've been doing that with this movie too because obviously I want to see it fresh for myself. I don't really want to know too much about what happens. Aside from what Paramount has put out, uh, which I have seen, but what they put out for me is more of a matter of when I see them, where do they fit into the movie, and I look forward to seeing where they fit into the movie. Spoilers to me is when people like give away the end, give away really key plot points that is not being released by the company publicly until the movie actually releases. So it's just like where I won't have to avoid all that. And in the meantime, I'm not going to post any spoilers either, because I don't do that. I don't play that game. So not to worry, not to worry. You won't have to worry about me posting any of those spoilers. So anyway, with all of that said, I think this near half-hour video is done. And come back next month and see what else I may have added to my collection. Now, like I said, I do have 2 other items coming in from the Sega shop. Don't know when they're going to get here. So I thought it was fine just doing the update as is and not doing that. So you've got that. Also really cool, I just caught it First for Figures, of which I have 1 item. It used to sit up behind me, now it's on this new shelf. They're coming out with another Sonic-based statue, which is going to be reflective of the 30th anniversary. It looks big. It looks awesome. I am very much going to pre-order that thing. And you'll be happy to know that we are about a hair's breadth away from the final payment for my Shadow and Super Shadow resin statues to be taken out and for it to start the shipping process. They're about halfway through making the statue. So this is a really good thing. There will be an unboxing for them. It will be all in one video. And we will get those on this. And this is one of the big reasons why I bought the new thing that I have over here that you don't see, is because I had nowhere to put them. And I knew they were a little bit sizable and a little bit weighty, and I didn't think they were going to be a good idea to put them here, so I got something for over there. So not just for that, but to expand my overall collection, because there's even in more First figures, there's quite a few that I want to get. Silver, I want you. Modern Sonic, I want you. Basically anything they put out, I wanted. So, but scalpers, I gotta battle the scalpers. So anyway, as per this video, until next month, I will have a great month. Enjoy that movie. Collect, and we will see you in a month for another update. And as always, thank you for watching.